And may I point out, the heavenly dove. Our opening affirmation today, together, there is only
Name
one
one
presence
presence
and one
one
power,
power.
active as my life and as the universe, God the good, omnipotent. And our opening affirmation song.
Namaste, namaste, namaste.
Pick it up.
The divine in me blesses and honors the divine in you. Namaste, namaste, namaste. The divine in me blesses and honors the divine in you. The beauty of God stands before me, expressing uniquely as you. The spirit of goodness within you shines forth in all that you do. Namaste, namaste, namaste. The divine in me blesses and honors the divine in you. Namaste, namaste, namaste. The divine in me blesses and honors the divine in you. The divine in me blesses and honors the divine in you. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory
I'll be lighting the unity candle. And I have a quote from, I think he's 15th century poet Hafiz. He was a contemporary of Rumi, in case you've read Rumi. And he writes, "I wish I could show you, when you are lonely or in darkness, the astonishing light of your own being." And I light this candle to remind you of that light within you.
So what I know today, that love is the most enduring power in the universe. Then again, there is no other power than God. God's spirit, infinite intelligence, is love. And love and life, and you and me. Imagine, think about, as your heart is beating, go to that silent place within and allow yourself the deepest stillness. That you can hear the very bright vibration of your heart and soul. And if you could bring forth right this second that which God is to you, face, color, shape, and whatever that is, allow yourself to feel the most astounding and beautiful feeling of love that you have ever experienced in your life. Do not be afraid for that which you are seeing is seeing the beauty of you. Let your inner light shine back to the creator of your life. And in gratitude and in joy, let your light shine so bright and in this moment, in this space, you have healed the separation. You have healed your life. There is nothing that separates you and God but a thought. So today, have a new thought that God and I am one. And as you take that one last look of whatever it is that you've created in your mind's eye, slowly, gently, with joy and peace in your heart, come back to this very sacred place. So does everybody agree with me that love is indeed the most enduring and enduring power in the universe? And do we agree that that love comes from our Creator? Yeah, good. Me too. So we have this thing called love, relationships, romance. And we usually think of romance when we say love, especially in February. But in a way, that's sad, because why do we save one day a year that we say we love? Because don't we love every day? I mean, you get up and preferably you love the partner that's with you, and you look at your children and you love them, and you go to work and you respect and the rights of your employees and employers, and bonds create in there, and we begin to love. We come here and we unite and make friendships. We do classes together, and we're combined in something called love. So it's not so much always about romance, but I think that it runs high on that list of what it is we're seeking. And we think that we're seeking romance, but what we're seeking is that fullness within us to come in and then circle back out. So given how little we value unconsciously how we relate to the other, now I said unconsciously, I didn't say consciously, bless you, how we relate to each other. Sometimes I think it's amazing that we have family, friends, and lovers at all, but joke. Where's my joke card? Keep losing that. But it's true. Sometimes, some days, my daughter unfortunately had some serious surgery, and she's not feeling well. And she said, Mom, I'm being such a... And so when do I have any friends left? Well, my daughter's nasty when she doesn't feel good. What can I tell you? Some people, I am very humble, and thank you for taking care of me and stuff. And my daughter is, get out of my sight. I don't want anybody around me. So there are days, right, that we think, like, how could anybody even put up with us? So I think then this could be the reason that relating to the whole world as a whole is so stressing and so unsatisfactory, because we have challenges relating. We know that there's a whole mess going on out there, and we all have our opinions. But if we could rise above our opinions about everything and start to look at what's happening and why, and see a greater good, there's always lessons. There's something for us to learn about relationships. So here's something that is interesting. To relate is an action verb. It is not a thing. To relate is an action verb. What's the key word there? Action, absolutely. So it's a process, and that process starts with who? Yourself, absolutely. In the Tao Te Ching, it is written, knowing others is intelligent. Okay, knowing others is intelligent. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Make sense? Yeah. So we have three key relationships in our life. Relationship with self, which is how we value, see, talk, and believe in ourselves. And truthfully, that's the most important relationship, the relationship with self and the relationship with the God within. We have relationships with others, which is how we communicate, value, and talk to each other, right? That's another relationship. And then we have relationships with the world at large, which is how we see, value, act on behalf of our communities and nature. So which of these then do you think is the most important? We already know, with ourselves. And we've all heard that before. I'm not saying anything that you don't already know. But it's important to be the right person than to look for the right person. And that goes with jobs, with situations within your church community. The right person is that person that is in right mind with you. Like attracts like. And that's where relationships start. And when people come into your life in love, in friendship love, real love, romance love, it doesn't matter. When they come into your life and they're not of this right, like attracting or the same mindset as you, there is a tendency for friction. So to build long-lasting relationships, then we have to, and this is the must, we have to build deeper, loving relationships with ourselves. You know, it was very interesting this morning, and I spoke about journaling, but this morning there was a presence within me that was so amazing. And it was interesting because normally when I get up, if the cat hasn't already woken me up, the cat jumps right off the bed, goes in the kitchen, and starts meowing and tripping me. This morning when I got up, there was a presence in my house. I went and made a cup of coffee, went to journal, and the cat stayed on my bed until I finished journaling. I don't call that a coincidence, do you? I don't. So the relationships with yourself is the result of how you see the external world. So if you're looking at the external world right now and going, oh my God, what a mess, then you're bringing that all within. But if you look at that and say, you know, this too shall come to pass, and who knows where it's going to lead, could be good, could be bad, then you're not taking and embodying in that stuff. As the truth dawns upon the subjective state of thought, what does that mean? As the truth dawns in your mind, that's all that means. Nice words. It stimulates it from a newness of action. Everything is action. So everything works from within out. And when everything is working from out there in, that's when we get in trouble with our relationships of all kind. Action is a process. So to find ourselves then in this process of opening up and allowing true nature to pour forth, to regain and find that holy center of our lives, we must begin to embrace and honor our own individuality. Wow. Honor. Do we honor ourselves? Do we respect ourselves? Do we love ourselves? The answer, yes. So as we accept who we are then, we begin to see ourselves from a God center instead of from that critical human eye that always has a deceptive image and it's lurking within our minds. And all that is unlike the greatness of who we are. I'm here to tell you, it's a big fat lie. We are great, and that's all there is to it. And anybody who thinks any different, erase that thought right now. See, because we're always a work in progress, and knowing that, we can allow ourselves times to grow and time to stretch and just be. Instead of saying, how are you this morning? Annie, how's your being? See, that's a different question. Rodney, how's your being? What is happening? How is the God within? How are you in relationship to that? How is your being? Let's see if we can try to practice that this week. How is your being? It's time to learn without berating ourselves and wasting energy on a woulda, coulda, shoulda. Just love yourself and put the drama and the chaos into, do not put the drama and chaos into each experience. Good advice from your minister, right? So as you begin to respect yourself more and more, you become tolerant with yourself, but who else do you become tolerant with? Everybody else, absolutely. As you become tolerant with yourself and forgive yourself, then you become tolerant for everybody. And this goes in all relationships. Work relationship, friend relationship, family relationships, romantic relationships. The state of your relationship with yourself affects every area of your life. Think about that. Every area of your life is affected by the relationship with yourself first. Peace, love, joy, wealth, all of that on the outside can only come when you have the qualities of love within yourself and believe in yourself. Remember, everything is energy. Is that true? Everything is energy, the source of the universe, the intelligence out there, something, it's all energy. Something is always billowing. That is energy, vibration. And that energy cannot be destroyed, only changed into a different form. So therefore, what that means is, as I was saying, change your thought, heal the separation. There is no separation between you and God. Then a new form within your heart space begins to develop. And again, you stand tall, you lift high, and you're at peace with who and what you are. So energy doesn't destroy. It changes things into a new form. And all this means is what you're seeking is already available, including all relationships, including love, including healing in your family. It's amazing what true prayer can do. I will tell you this morning, and I think it was all of the adrenaline from what was going through me and what was in my home, but all of a sudden I was like hot and dizzy and like, what is going on, Lord? And I was putting electric rollers in my hair and had my arms up, and all of a sudden my arms wouldn't stay up. And I said, okay, prayer. Just went in my favorite little room, my TV room, and just did prayer. Balance and coolness. That's all I asked. Balance, coolness, and stayed for 20 minutes in balance and coolness. And I got up and I was totally fine because I knew it would work. Prayer. We go there as a last resort. We got to go there as the first resort. And it's like, if you can even 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night, just say a short prayer. Just thank you, God. That's all. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, before breakfast. Thank you, God, before lunch. Thank you, God, before dinner. Thank you. If the only prayer that you ever say is thank you, then that's the only prayer that you need. The Dalai Lama is quoted as saying that at the very least, it is clear that we humans who live on earth face the task of making a happy life for ourselves. We have the task of having a happy life for ourselves. See, the birth of the soul into the light of spirit is awakening, and that revelation then is God has always been with us all the time. And if everything has been and always will be, you can know that it's all good. It's all good, it's all God. It comes from that one divine source. So we need to understand how this all works together. For one out there is like, it's sort of like, do you ever have an ice cream cone? This happened to me the other day when I was at, yes, I cheated. And I left, but I wanted sprinkles. So, we have this life and it's good, but sometimes we forget the sprinkles, So that's what it's like for me. It's like we're missing the sprinkles on top. So next time you go to Culver's, ask for sprinkles. And hang out with people where you want to go, people that want to be like you. Build healthier relationships, stronger relationships. Because what? As man thinks in his heart, so he is? Is that not true? Is it not written? The heart is the locus of self-esteem. We don't talk about self-esteem a lot. The heart is the locus of self-esteem. It's the feeling center of the body. It tells us what we feel about ourselves. You can't possibly tell me that you're in love with yourself if you're talking badly about yourself. You can't tell me that, because then you're not in love with yourself. You can say, I feel badly about what I said or did, and I release it and I let it go, you can make amends. But if you berate yourself over and over, then love is not in your heart. Remember last week or the week before, I don't remember, but I said that the only organ in the body where God lives is in the heart, and God is love. Well, listen to this. Researchers at the Heart Math Institute have discovered that the heart has cognizant capacity. Think about that. So when we look at the proverb, as a man thinks in his heart, so he is, it's literally true. Literally true. So the feelings and your heart thoughts can change your reality, and quantum physics tells us that our constant feelings create an energy field around our body. Do you agree with me that there's an energy field around our body? Right. Those of you that are intuitive can sometimes see the aura around a body. I know that when I was an assistant minister, there was this beautiful woman, flamboyant woman, and she used to always say to me, "Oh my God, you billow purple, you billow purple." And I said, "Oh, I'm glad I'm billowing purple. I don't know what I'm billowing today, but purple would be good." I know it's not black. At least I know that, so it's good. So when you're creating this energy field then, this love, this energy field is said to attract all that resonates to your heart center. So all that resonates to you. And it doesn't mean, sometimes we meet people and we just don't like them. True? True. Now, some of us can say, well, they were in my life in a past lifetime and that's why I don't like them. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know the answer to that. Or somebody can say, their energy is just bouncing off my energy and I need to get away from this person. How many of you have ever gone looking for a new home and you walk into a home and go, oh my God, it's so beautiful in here. I feel this presence. And then the realtor takes you to another home and you go, there's something dead in here. This is not a good place. Let's get out. That is that energy field. And when we follow that energy field and we trust our intuition, then we can go the distance in life of loving ourselves. So I want you to say with me now, if you can give me that, Tom. Say with me now, because I love, I attract loving people to me. I shine forth with a divine flame of love. The world is better off because I came here to love. The one life that is all life is love, is spirit in action. So remember, we spoke about your action is your commitment to the universe, that you are serious about change. You know, it's great to come here on Sunday and hear all of this great stuff, and I, pretty much know all of you are listening, but if something doesn't come in and you don't embody one thing and you leave here and go, well, that was nice, my mother-in-law's and I don't like her, then you haven't learned anything here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love your in-laws. I'm sorry, guys, but it's the truth. Because you do it for your partner. You do it for the one that you're married to, the one that you live with, the one that you partner with. You have to be serious about change, right? You have to be. We're going to talk about this through the holidays, too. We are not going to have those holidays where Uncle Jake makes everybody miserable and everyone leaves the table. We're not having those holidays this year. So if you plan to take steps today, you make a better tomorrow. Plan today. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Next month, we're going to talk about that. Do it anyway, no matter what. But because what the world needs now is people to come alive. Walk around and be alive. Walk around with your head up, your shoulders back. If you want, pull your tummy and butt in. I don't care. Or let it all hang out. But walk around alive. You know, I know that you go to the malls and the stores and you see these dead people. They're walking and their eyes are glazed over and they're not alive. And how many times have you said good morning to someone and they they don't even, and they'll walk away because they don't even know how to react to somebody saying good morning to them. Or those of you that jog, you want to kind of say hi, and people just right away from you. God forbid I should say hello to a stranger or something. We got to become alive. And maybe if you keep saying hello to that person you're jogging next to, eventually they might go, hi, maybe, just maybe. So to climb high, you must be willing to stumble and even fall, but at least you know you're alive. Be alive, people. If you don't love yourself, you'll never really attract people who love you. And if something happens along the way, you can make your life a blessing or a curse. The thoughts, action, process. What are you doing with what's in your life right now? We don't need to be more religious. We don't need to be more spiritual, more of anything. We need to be more compassionate and loving. We need just to be. Be love. You will know love when you realize love is not what you say, it is who you are and what you do. So take love out of the clouds and anchor yourself right here now into it. How you treat yourself and your family and your friends, your true feelings about love and spirit, what are they? What do you believe about love? God? Heart space? Tingling? Lighting up when you see somebody? What do you think about love? Who do you light up for? God first, yourself second, and everybody else around you third, not fourth, fifth, or sixth. God, yourself, and everybody else around you. Love is energy. It's an active energy, and it's a joy to behold. And if we can know what we love from the God of love within us, God of love is within us. It is the love of God that we're experiencing every moment of our day. We are composed of love. The very atoms of our bodies are love. Love is a spiritual principle, so giving, so willing to give us what it desires that it will give everything to us. So when we love with our hearts and souls, when love is pouring out of us, then we understand that the Christ message is all about. Love one another. Love one another. Love. And so ends this lesson, and so begins a very precious new moment. And so it is.